Hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Lotus, Lotus the Sage. Pleasure to have you, or welcome, like I said. Today we have another pick a card, and today's pick a card is going to be an answer to a secret or personal secret question that you have. Something that you may not actually talk about often or voice at all. Maybe something that was buried or put away metaphorically. So we'll see how Spirit wants to respond and how this message may resonate with the collective. So we have three choices, three piles as per usual. We're going to have some charms today, so stick to the end if this reading intrigues you. So for pile one, we have this blackbird or crow. With the Night Goddess Tarot. Pile two, we have these pair of crystals. With the µ Tarot. And pile three, we have the candle. The Shadowscapes Tarot, if I'm not mistaken. All right, my collective, take a second. See which pile's calling to you, and I'll see you at your choice. Welcome, my beautiful pile ones. Okay, so we're going to get right into your messages. The top row over here is going to give us an indication of what this secret question might be of yours, or what the theme has been, or what it might be surrounding. And I feel that it might naturally tap into a more personal thing, so please use the messages as they apply to your scenario. Cool, as normal. Okay, so we're going to first look at these cards, which is the ancestral oracles of the Celts. And then we're going to get into the Aboriginal spirit. So we have first the Weaver. And then the Tenasti, or Tenast. Tenaste? Not sure how to pronounce that properly. But the Weaver talks about recognizing an emerging pattern where you're feeling it's a particular rhythm. Your outlook and the broader picture and attitude are critical in this particular matter. Whatever your plan is, take pride in how it serves others. What you give may open a closed heart. You tend to mend or want to mend what has been bent or broken. When it comes to the tenaste, if I'm saying that correctly, it's a feeling of a sense of being tired, waiting to be of service in some way. Trying to figure out when is the time that your gifts will be able to be used at last. That you're not resting on your merits. It's also asking you to give respect to all of those ties, all of those feelings. And it also talks about close relationships, harmonizing to keep healthy and to maintain healthy relationships, technically. It's a sense of bringing harmony to where there has been imbalance. So if we're talking about the Weaver and this harmonization of energy, it feels, and talking about how will my gifts be of service. In whatever way or whatever context you came to this reading for, it feels like you are trying somehow to merge a particular gift of yours into your everyday, trying to cut past the illusions of what could be or can be. Maybe you're not entirely sure how to go about it, and this is part of the reason. And this tenacity also talks about not necessarily being of royal lineage, but being, how do they word it? It's similar to that, like akin to the royals. And they're like self-appointed by the governing king at the time to take care of the well-being of the land and the people, not necessarily the son of the king. So there's this energy about how do I weave my past experiences and knowledge and wisdom through my gifts and create a better environment in one where it had been or has been malfunctioning. Like, interesting. Okay, let's continue. Oopsies. And then we have the Two of Hearts, which talks about the gentleman in this deck. So maybe there's a masculine energy that's, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. All right, I spared you the noise. There's a masculine energy that might be really significant for many of you who've chosen this pile. It also is that Two of Cups energy, talking about harmonizing where things have been out of balance, mending things that have been broken, bent, fractured. And if that's beside that Weaver energy, that's very fitting into this tenacity. And then you have the Eight of Diamonds. And it says the broken glass foretells ill luck for long years. So this is when I'm talking about the broken, right? The harmonizer of broken. There's something about that. How do I bring this back into harmony? Something that is broken, maybe it's something that people disagree with you mending. Maybe that's why it's a secret. Maybe it's something you just haven't really come to terms of saying out loud yet, of something that you actually want. But again, it's really echoing to that same energy of blending these energies, of harmonizing, of fixing or finding a better solution, period. This is interesting. And that Eight of Pentacles energy too is like that want to work at it and actually having some sort of mastery or skill to be able to do it. Interesting. What do we got in the middle here? Indecisive, didn't I say that? Maybe you're unsure of how to go about it and which way to mend these, especially with the black circles amongst this beautiful tapestry of color. Speaking about Weaver, right? It's like, how do I get to blend all of these things in one? So if this is what your question or your secret question has been something about or can fit into this context, I believe this is the right reading for you. Okay, so let's get into the tarot and get some more juice. We got the Three of Pentacles. Temperance. Six of Wands. Five of Wands. This is, the Mystic, which is the Hierophant in the reverse. And Introspection. Which is the Hermit. What I'm feeling that how Spirit is answering you today is how to go about, weaving this together. There's for sure an ask of you to let go of the way it's been done before or traditional ways of going about it. Let go of, I guess, the weight of comparing and judgment when it comes to the competition and where this may lay in a particular field or niche, when it comes to like marketability, so to speak. And there's still a need to plan, to work out, to figure out. Absolutely. I don't think you can take action on this mean like literal action. I feel like your thoughts and prepping is where you're at right now, in all fairness, or where you should be as trying to step into this weaver energy, because there is something very poignant about what you have to offer, but it's not, again, like we've seen, it's not formed. And that hermit energy of you on the end here being like, you still need to reflect back on, how do I really go about this? But there's it feels like a need, or not a need, a tendency to, I don't know if it's on both spectrums, if it's like you're looking at certain things, or, you know, people who might be doing the thing that you want to be doing, and you're like, oh shit, I can do that better. You know, like there might be that kind of ego involved too, but also recognizing that it's also a part of a fear, you know, of sure you can, but you're not. Do you know what I mean? For an example. So like, if you're not going to go about it, then why judge it? This is just an example. This may not be your energy, but they're giving me that too. And also, which translates into a fear of that competition, a fear of actually going about it and trying. You know, and I feel like that might be a part of what they're trying to say here. It's like, I don't know if you're gonna like necessarily on the first try pick the right way. Like human nature is trial and error. But I do feel like a better plan to step into to make you feel confident enough to succeed in this matter is really what we're contending with here. All right. Let's get into the next row. This is just a unicorn playing card stack that I use as a tarot deck every once in a while. So here it is. We're going to get some clarifiers per card. So under the Three of Pentacles, we have the King of Hearts, the King of Cups. Underneath the Temperance, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And sugar booger. And underneath the Six of Wands, we have the King of Swords, the King of Spades. Interesting. So again, coming back to this masculine energy, there is a very strong feeling of relationship, wanting to reconcile a particular relationship, and it does feel romantic in nature. Regardless of that, I'm just letting you know that I do feel that, and it's very heavily present here. So I'm feeling, besides that, so just keep that in mind, and I'm just not going to address it as much unless more cards tell me to. So underneath the Three of Pentacles with this King of Hearts, this King of Cups here, it's again, there's about an emotional investment in this, a heavy emotional investment, and there's something that you are ready to merge. Like again, with this Nine of Diamonds in the reverse, tempering something that, again, it just didn't work out somehow, or there was a misunderstanding, or prematurely got screwed up somehow. And it might have to do with an air sign in particular, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but there was like, I feel like there was like a standing in your power, or a standing your ground in some way. So whatever rift that had happened, that you were wanting to weave in some way, was a matter of you creating a sense of boundary and truth, to be fair. Like, it's just truth. And I don't know if the other parties involved, again, felt some sort of threatened by your strength. And Spirit is saying, yes, you have to go about it this way. And I know you have to look at it, and you're going to pause and be like, is this the right way for me now? Like, should I be going about it this way? I still feel Spirit saying yes. I just feel like this is a part of you weaving this part of yourself together, mending the fractals within you also, as well as the scenario or situation. Let's continue. Then we have, look at that, The Queen of Hearts. Look at that counterpart, right? Like I'm telling you, the Queen of Cups underneath that 5. Again, standing in your power somewhat. You know, like ready to really blend, you know, like really blend. And there's something about it that I feel the other party felt threatened by in a very insecure way. And it's human, not to judge. It's just that's what it feels like. Underneath the Hierophant, we have the Jack of Clubs, the Knight of Hearts, the Knight of Wands. Again, quick pace, quick movement in an unconventional way. It might be a little bit, might appear, is what they corrected me, it might appear brash to others, but like, we know that you've been mulling this over. When is it my turn to show this? Like, when can I? You're waiting for the opportunity to fix it in some way, or to show something in some way. Interesting. Underneath the Hermit introspection, we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, again, contemplating back on the burdens that this has created, which is probably creating some of this indecision, which is making you doubt, is this the right way for me to go about it? And I still feel yes. I'm sorry, I do. I still feel like, yeah, what you're doing is right for you. It's what you need. It's the way to answer your query, you know? And they're bringing me to the bird and the crow, like, and I just recently saw like a very vivid image. I watched Medieval on Netflix, and they have this a particular scene where they're seeing these crows just very graphically eating out the dead carcasses or the cadavers that are all about in this medieval period piece. And I was like, damn, this is so like, it's felt real is what my point is. And I don't always get that feeling when I'm watching these like period pieces. I felt like I was immersed in that moment for a second. I was like, wow, what that must be like, either to witness it, you know, to be walking through it, to smell that, you know, and within that essence, like all of that destruction and chaos or indecisiveness is a part of this rebirth phase where they're wanting a different and better, again, for the land and the people, not necessarily the bloodline of the royals, you know? Apply that how it does. Don't know why Spirit made me bring that up, but that's what your message was there. So my lovelies, like that's what it feels like your answer is. It's like the way that you're going about it. I don't feel like they're going to necessarily give you a particular like, do this. It just feels like whatever, like they said, whatever your plan is, you know, like you're still looking out for the good of all. So it can't be horrible. You just have to find a way that works for the parties involved, and also for you not to back down from the way that you're choosing to approach it. There's nothing wrong with. You just might need to be a little bit more open for that other party or the other parties to, I guess, step into your world. I did not alter the deck once the cards were chosen. And you have the Chariot. Look at that freedom underneath. Like I said, to release this, you know, to create this this new energy that you want in this scenario. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna get some charms and some timing. We'll do the timing after. Let's get a small handful of charms, my lovelies. Excited, haven't done this in a while for you guys. All right, big handful apparently. Stick with me, folks. And we have Always that came out onto there right off the bat. Oops. Oh my goodness. Just dropping everything for you guys. It originally fell out on the King of Swords. So let's get into it, folks. We have your heart. Absolutely. And we talked about that merger energy, that Two of Cups energy. Could be significant with that gentleman. We have a bat. Feeling a lot of like nocturnal energy for you, my lovelies. Maybe you're thinking about this a lot at nighttime. Again, feeling a different type of senses, or feeling something different, or shifting in the air, in other words. Again, wanting transformation. How do I merge all of these bits together? Finding clarity within this indecisiveness. There is a releasing that needs to happen when it comes to your throat chakra, your communication. Again, finding a way to merge this. We have the arrow, the exclamation mark. Again, moving up, and you're again ready to move. You know, this Knight of Wands energy, this standing your ground energy, the Six of Wands in here. We have the number 2, again, about merging. Again, twos. Harmony, same deal. Then we have avoid holding on to ideas just because you're used to them. And that's what I feel like you're trying to teach, or trying to do or show, you know? And that's standing in that power there. Then we have the elephant, which is for luck. We have balance with the yin yang, which is, I guess, spirits. I feel spirits talking to you like, your path is lucky, you're good. You're trying to find this balance, this harmony that you're creating here, right? We have the star with this wish coming true, and then the sunflower with enjoying your moment. Again, respecting all aspects of what's happening, you know? Enjoying what's happening here. Again, a wish coming true, or a destiny being fulfilled in some way. Again, talking about royalty, and loyalty with the crown. Crowning you, and again, remembering for the people, for the good of the many. Then we have the flow rune. Do we have another rune? Nope. Just one, yeah. Inflow, ready to move, merge. Coming out of this indecisiveness. My hands are like butterfingers for you guys. Jeez. You have the heart, beautiful. There's a lot of heart energy, and again, we talked about this romantic energy that is also very present. Speaking about communication, we have the bird, Twitter, chatter. This is my gossip energy too. So yeah, people talking about it, or again, you know, not everybody, not everybody wanting, they blocked my throat chakra to speak about this, or to do it in this way, or to approach it in this way. They just heard like it's sacrilege. That's what I just heard. We have the pendulum, which is interesting, which is talking about finding that direction, you know, creating a better plan, which is what we've mentioned. Oh, so they said forever before, and they're talking about the first thing here. What did it say? Avoid holding on to ideas just because you're used to them. Yeah, it's like this, the past, it needs to just to be let go of, or for us to address it, or to talk about it so we can let go of it, you know, and you're again looking for a better way from before. Then we have, as I see them, kiss, believe, BFF, you. So again, romantic energy here, wanting to mend something, belief in that it can happen. Then we have always, another kiss, again, he. We have another always and believe. You have that like 3 times. And then will. Could be a name too. Kiss, key, will, always. You know, there's a lot of love energies. These aren't the only messages, but we've got a lot of these for you guys. And then you have that crown chakra, or star chakra, you know, that mental energy. Again, my broken leaf here, which talks to me about like something that was unearthed, that got broken. Speaking of that energy here, this crystal here, that smoky quartz, trying to clear out that negativity, grounding in your energy. We have another fortune. It is impossible to please everyone. Please yourself first. Maybe that's a specific message for you. Maybe learning how to let go of the ones that are not going to see your perspective, possibly. We have another symbol of good luck. We have 3 of them, my lovelies. 3 of them. 1 lava earring, there's a part of the journey that you're going to have to go through it on your own and figure it out on your own. You're going to feel like your soul sinking, melting, but this is a part of you building the resolve. Then you have the Emperor stepping into your power and breaking down the powers that be, is what I just heard. And then the Strength. And then the letters you have are B, H, M, C, J, A, L, K. There it is. You can see any words, names, places. I'm getting like Liam. I'm hearing calm, walk, Jack, ban. He's a ham, talk, mock. Again, this hawk energy too. I'm hearing Malta. So yeah, you can use those energies as you see them there, my lovelies. I should keep them closer to you. It's probably better. So to finally close it off, my loves, this is a beautiful energy of them reinforcing, believe, this is good what you're doing. Same thing I was feeling, like step into your power, just find that direction for yourself. This is going to work in your favor. You just have to communicate it clearly. Find your plan. We got you. We got you. Some quick timing messages to close it off, my lovelies. Thank you for joining me. We have take a break. Okay, down. Again, this is that hermit energy right here, right? Take a break. June, okay. Spring, nice. Okay, spring into summer. And stop waiting. Interesting. So, I'm not even gonna pretend. Yeah, I get it. Like it's like take a break from the way that you've been thinking about this, or overthinking about it, or judging yourself in some way, and stop waiting for, I don't know, the right timing or things to be better. It's like find that plan and just go about it. And spring is fast approaching, loves. Well, in the northern hemisphere anyways, so depending on where you're watching this from. So regardless, that timing for you. Give you a nice shift here. It's like a good spring to summer energy for sure. Maybe then you'll be able to take a break from all of this in that time if you stop waiting and you address it now. However that time plays out. Freedom, freedom at the bottom of your deck. Oh, my lovely, this was so fun. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was entertaining for you also. I am sending you so much love. Please let me know if it resonated. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my beautiful paltus who chose the crystals. Okay, we're going to get right into your messages. We're going to use these, we're going to flip these two cards first from the Ancestral Oracle of the Celts to find out what your secret question to yourself might be about and how Spirit's going to answer. Then we'll get into the Aboriginal Spirit deck and continue. So let's see what we got first. We have the King. Nice. And then we have, interesting, the Queen Mother. Wow. They're right after each other in this deck. So, okay, the King references if you've made a promise, now's the time to honor and keep it, even if you made it in a time when times were desperate, in other words. It's about honoring sacred trust and creating that longevity, and being accountable and honoring your word. So whatever the secret wish is about, whether it was an agreement you made with yourself to somebody else, Spirit's asking you to honor it first. And then the Queen Mother references that you have the resources you need to get your task done. If it's taking longer to come to fruition, you also have the patience to see it through. Wait for the right phase, and the road will be under your feet. Whatever seems a long way off is coming steadily home to you. If we're talking about a secret question that you have, a query to you, or a query to Spirit, something you don't speak about very often, there is maybe something that's been pressing on your mind that you may not have honored, or you're feeling that how can I, or I need to. There's something about that. They're also saying even if you're afraid to, the door is open for you to do it. It might take longer than you want, or the end goal might not be in sight, you know? There's something about that, but you're supported, and like mother, father, so to speak, it's there. Let's see. What else? Illusions. Interesting. Interesting. So, wow. So who knows? So whatever, I'm just thinking, because if the illusions comes up, because the illusions talks about, illusions are just truths in different variations. Like the truth of your situation may not be a truth for another. We all know this, right? Therefore, that's what creates these illusions. But it's always based on the views and the understanding of the situation and the perceptions that each one or each party holds. So neither is wrong and neither is right. It talks about you might be thinking that you might be deceived by a loved one or someone that's close to you, or feeling like you're powerless or in a matter, or jealousy is popping up, or it's like before assuming the worst, take some time to think the situation through and talk openly and honestly with all those involved. You can sort these issues out together and resolve the matter that's been affecting the dynamic. When it's brought to the open, this third party, this third person, this whatever this energy is, will cease to have power as they once did. The problem will simply disappear. So my love, if it has to do with relationship, if it has to do with lies, deceit, if it has to do with a bunch of people, if it has to do with, maybe the perception of you not honoring or them not honoring, like we'll see. Let's get some more info. We have the Queen of Hearts, number 23, which is the ring in this card. It says the ring is indication of rich and happy marriage, but to the left there's disappointment. So this is, again, this is the second reading that feels like a very heavy relationship base. This is interesting. I don't always get love messages, but there's an echo to it. And this is because I didn't say it in Pile 1, and I'm going to write it down after. But I felt that Pile 1 has a connection to Pile 2. And I think might be the reason why, because there was an echo to that, but I didn't reference it enough or bring it into focus as much, because it wasn't the only thing that was there, in other words. So, but for you, my lovely, especially with the consecutive cards, the relationship between Queen and King, the masculine and feminine energy, the illusions of something that's going on, the ring that's coming up next, and being difficulties or disappointment when it comes to that. So it does feel, when it comes to like unions, contracts, dynamics, there's something about that is illusionary within this perspective, meaning that we're not seeing eye to eye, or we haven't had that open conversation or space to figure out where the illusion or the problem actually lies. Interesting. And then we have the Five of Clubs, the Five of Wands, but it's a clover. It is the bearer of good tidings. Yep, the bearer of good tidings. So this friction is what I'm feeling, or this need to step back or to openly discuss this friction. In other words, like I said, the part of the illusion is fortuitous. I feel like there's a need for some growth in this particular dynamic, and the only way to or not only way, but the most effective way to shift the energies of the parties involved was to create some sort of chaos. Was to, I'm hearing, wake each other up to each other, or to, whoever's involved. Yeah, again, the merging of the twos. Yeah, there is a connection to Pile 1, for sure. Okay, let's get into your tarot. Let's see. We have the Chariot. Three of Pentacles. Same cards are coming up, my friends. Different orders. 9 of Wands. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Sun. You have 3 of the same cards as pile 1. Different order, of course. Just letting you know. Again, another connection. Anyway, we'll stop talking about pile 1 and we'll get on to pile 2. So, my beautiful collective, let me take a moment in here. Speaking of the King energy, and if this is like a secret, thing to yourself, there is also an energy of like honoring the commitments of marriage. And they talked about like, even if you made it during desperate times, like, are you honoring something that, that you promised, quite literally? And that promise might have to do with romantic connections or marriage or something of that nature. So the answer to your question, I suppose, is, if that has something to do with it, if this resonates, of course, then this is your reading. I feel indecisive. That was a card for pile 1, excuse me. I'm sorry, done with pile 1. I feel an indecisive energy. I feel a need and a want to fight for the things that you have put in time and effort towards, and really try to work at harmonizing or coming together with. But it feels like the love or the energy or the support or something like that is not quite there from the parties that you want it from. But it's not completely gone. How else do I word this? Like, in other words, it feels like you want it to work, but you're sort of like somehow waiting for a type of miracle or a type of like drastic intervention for maybe, again, you to feel like it's the right time, or for them to act. Like, I'm not sure entirely, but there is a feeling like you must honor your truth. And if you're not able to clearly have that open discussion and see eye to eye, or make that space available, or try to create that opportunity for that to happen, you would be making a hasty decision, in other words. That's what it feels like. So the illusions of, maybe what we have misunderstood within the dynamic, within our connection, within our conversations, whatever, however. It's like right now, I feel like your answer to this is figuring out a way to create space for this conversation to happen, for this meetup to happen, for this honoring of accountability, of responsibility. Interesting. Okay, let's continue. So this is a normal playing card deck that's unicorns that I use sometimes for tarot. So going to be clarifying these cards. So underneath the Chariot, we have the Ace of Diamonds in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles, for me anyways, 7 of Hearts, 7 of Cups, underneath the 3 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Cups, underneath, or the 4 of Hearts, excuse me, underneath the 9 of Wands. Oh, my collective. So again, like, it's like you're not ready to give up. Like, that's the best way I can say it. Even if it's like a divorce that's been presented, or something like that, or like a cheating, or the perceived notion of cheating, or there's something about it not being fully true. Like, something is not completely right, and the perspectives and understanding is what needs to come into harmony. And regardless of whatever the actual reason is for this rift, it that is creating this doubt, this feeling of what should I do, what's gonna happen. It's like I still genuinely feel like you're not gonna give up. You've put in a lot of planning, a lot of time, a lot of effort into this thing, but you don't know if you have any more left in you or other options. There's like a, I don't know if it's like a lack of success on the past efforts, so you're not really sure about how to go about it now. I don't know. This is so interesting. Let's continue. We have the Six of Wands, Six of Clubs, underneath the Ace of Cups. We have the Knight of, oh my goodness. I think I did the exact same thing in pile one on the same placement too. Wow. Guys, I keep talking about pile one. Shut up, Lotus. Okay. So we're here. The Knight of Pentacles underneath the Nine of Pentacles. And underneath the Sun, we have, again, the Nine of Cups. Do we have it twice? That's a lie. Nine of Cups underneath the Sun in the reverse. So, again, continuing on with what we were saying here, when it comes to this love energy or this emotional outpour is what I'm really getting. You're really trying to find a way to be successful this time round. I do feel like there's been multiple tries or attempts at something here, you know, to sort of cut through the illusion, or maybe you were going around it instead of through it. And maybe this is the reason why this Pentacles energy is about going slowly through and looking at it carefully, examining the particulars. And is this, again, the truth, is this legitimately what you want? Or are you going after something? Or are you staying with something because of this particular honoring? This is so interesting because, like, if this is the question and advice, maybe this is the reason why you haven't really, like, you know, done anything about it per se, or haven't been as successful as you would have liked, is because the indecision is within, you know, and you're not entirely sure. Maybe you don't have all the information yet for you to make a just decision. Because the Sun, like the Nine of Cups in the reverse coming out underneath the Sun, it's sort of like, it's giving me the feeling of all that glitters isn't gold. You know, that's the energy I'm feeling here. So, how to. Let's see what's underneath your deck. It did not change since we took them. Holy moly, see what I mean? The Eight of Cups. Walking away to walk towards. You feel me? Like, that's exactly what I'm feeling here. But, like I said, there's something like you're not giving up. It's not like you're not, you know, putting in attempts. I just feel like you may have exhausted all of your frickin' attempts. And so you're like, I got no more to give right now. Like, I don't know how else to help you. It's like, I can't please you. So might as well just say our goodbyes and hopefully part amicably. Wow. So hopefully that applied to your question, my lovely. To your secret question. Let's get into your charms. All right. We got a little bit. All right. So, first one we have is, ooh. I'm getting it's like the right timing right now. There's something about like right now. Winter ending, or the ending of winter, a transition, a spark being lit, an initiation within you, a strength and a confidence. Yeah, love. We already know that we're talking about this, but this is like talking about baked in love is what I use this as. It's like, it's so deeply integrated that sometimes we don't know if it's our decision or just habit, you know? Then you have the World. reminding me of cycles. It's also reminding me of this chariot energy of travel and moving away from stuff with that 8 of Cups. We have the frog. Interesting, which I don't get normally for this. I got like psychedelics of like licking the frog. I don't know. Again, maybe this is about the illusions, right? About something. Maybe substances are a thing too. Side note, but like maybe that's what this is. A part of the illusion. It's like everything's just a little bit wonky right now, and I'm not really sure how to navigate this particular part of our journey or this part of my connection with this people person thing. We have the number 0. Ground zero is what I just heard. And I just heard, where did it begin? And when? And when? You have the carnelian and the thunderbird. Again, that power energy, that sacral chakra. That wisdom, though. And there's like an emergence. Yeah, this rising up from... I do feel like you're going to get through this illusionary path or moment right now. It's just, yeah, you're finding that solution key, but this is like my eldest looking key, the most rusted one. And again, it's like old doors, you know, having to be opened. That's what it feels like. You also got a lava earring, a part of the journey that you need to do on your own. That's going to feel like you're sinking. You know, but you're not. You're being guided through this. And then you have the moon, stars, waves, serenity. You'll find that peace and calm. The illusions will cease. I really do feel that. You have that beautiful crown chakra energy, enlightenment again. You will get through all of this. And you have this beautiful starfish pendant. They brought me to that, you know, if you cut off a part of the starfish, it'll grow back. It's the resilience of you. Like whatever thing that you need to cut off, don't think that you're losing out on something because you're just going to grow it back. Yeah, this whirlwind of emotions, the swirling, the changes that are needed. I'm also getting druid energy, just as a side note. And then we have the what? That's the only word you got. Maybe it spells a word in here. Ooh, I just heard the dance. Oh, duca. Okay. I think that's like a Dutch word or something. Anyways, we have we have D, U, C, and A. These can stand for any names, people. I heard Curtis, Doug, Kurt, Craig. I'm also hearing like douchebag. But what I'm also getting here is like an investment, because there is a bank in where I live called Duca, and there might be something about that, like money, assets, that kind of stuff. That's been a contender or a part of the reasoning. You know, there's, again, use the letters as they apply, but my lovely, it does feel like, to answer your question, Spirit at the moment is leaning towards prepping you to look at the truth of the situation and make a decision from honesty for yourself, and then move forward in whatever way that is for you. I'm not going to tell you how to make a decision, but there is a sense of walking away from something, also addressing something, getting more information before you can feel confident enough to do whatever that needs to be done. But it really is a good look at being honest with yourself and what you actually desire and want. To close it off, your timing, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. We have summer. Okay. In a few months. Well, I'm filming this in March, April, May, June. That will be summer. It's not the right time right now. Okay, but I felt that it's right. It is the right time. Interesting. Well, they said it's not the right time. So, in August, yeah, like you have very heavy summer emphasis here. Very heavy summer emphasis. Maybe she's saying, hold on. Hold on. I'm still feeling it's the right time. I feel like it's the right time for you to start making the decision is what I mean. Like, that's what this is. It may not be the right time to actually make moves because, like we've said here, like, you're not ready yet. It's not, like we said, you're ready. You're still going to stick it out. You're not giving up on it. And I think that's what they're talking about. But you really realistically looking at what matters to you, that's the right time what that's for. Thank you, Spirit. Clarified that for me and for you. Okay, my beautiful collective, I hope this was helpful. It was really fun for me to read. I hope it resonated. And if it did, please let me know. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time. Ciao. Welcome, my pal threes who chose the candle. So we're going to get right into your messages. We're going to do the purple cards first. They're the ancestral oracles of the Celts. And then we'll get into the Aboriginal spirit. This will give us the theme, indication, or idea of possibly what your secret question might be to Spirit. And then we'll get into some answers for you. So we have, nice, Lord of Life. And the Poet. Beautiful. The Lord of Life asks you what needs to be set free, what strongly impels you, what inspires you, where does this lead you, what signs of change have you noticed, what are you holding back from, how can a bridge be built between you and the things you want in your life, and what can you share. This is about good beginnings, the ability to step over the threshold boldly is your rightful heritage. And the Poet references nourishing the soul, mind, and heart with whatever brings you inspiration. Your ability to empathize or to imagine walking in another's shoes will be of great benefit for you. Find the common points of interest so you can build stronger links. Refresh the closed heart with a source of inspiration. So, my lovely, your question feels like a life purpose type of question. Like, where is your light? Speaking of that candle, like what's holding you back? What's preventing you from doing the things you want? What are you shying away from? What can you help? What can you nurture? What can you share? And that Poet is talking about that inspiration. How are you lending to this inspiration or feeding this inspiration for that matter, feeding this particular flame? I do find like a really sense of calm and ease with this pile. Maybe it's the candle lit, maybe it's the poetry or the poet in that poetry, or the poet in the poetry, you know? This like soothing, like smooth jazz kind of vibe, you know? That's the feel I get. So maybe there's a sense of bringing relaxation that's a part of the inspiration. We'll see. Like, speaking of relaxation, right? Maybe the sense of doing so much or trying to find the reason for doing, or to find the doing or the purpose or what you should be doing is a part of the problem or part of the stagnation. I think Spirit's asking you to just relax in this and don't take it so seriously to some degree. It's about stopping right now, reevaluating, recharging, and preparation. So again, for the path, I think this like niggling that you're feeling is anticipatory energy coming in for you, because they're really bringing me to the light, the yellow in this picture and the yellow in this. And it's like the part of the path that is the Poet, which is that inspiration bringer, you know, and remembering to do that for yourself, which is in part a part of the relaxation. Let's continue. Let's see where this this goes. We have the Jack of Clubs, and it says it denotes honor, recognition of hard work through business, also specifically about business. So for you, my lovely, again, this talks about, like we talked about, this, like this life path, like how do I bring this into being? And this, I feel the answer to this is about inspiration. What brings you inspiration? That's a key, that's a part of this answer to you. And how do you bring inspiration into other people's lives? This is a part of it. It might have to do within this relaxation environment, into that like sound healing, massage, Reiki, manicures, pedicures, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like it might be in that world, as an example, of course. And then we have the King of Spades, and it says the bride ensures for a single person the fulfillment of their highest aims. If married, it says trouble. So this is interesting. So I'm curious if your light's not being able to be shone because of a particular partnership that you might be in or have been in. Might be in. It's almost like afraid to outshine the other through your method or through your way. And or it's almost like you have a little bit more charm and charisma, so people gravitate more towards you, but it's like their name on it. That's the interesting, weird feeling I'm getting right now, but that can be for something or someone. And again, however, if this can sort of fit into the context of what your theme is, your feeling, then this is the right reading for you, of course. There is a feeling of like afraid to overstep in some way, or afraid to outshine. I really do feel that to some degree, like afraid to outshine, like the boss or the head honcho, or again, whoever's name is on the door, so to speak. Interesting. Let's get some more. We have the Moon. King of Wands in the reverse. The Magician. The Fool in the reverse. Four of Swords. It's like, it's so strong right now that it really does feel like somebody, like I said, you just have this particular type of magic within you that seems sort of like innocent and naive, but it's like, it's very calculated and it's very smart and very well researched or well honed in some way. And that natural charisma about you, that is something that you cannot teach, is actually what's bothering this particular energy involved, the other party involved. So it's making you feel like, I can't really get past this point without it creating a bigger rift, and therefore creating more problems for me. You, of course, right? And then Temperance, yeah, how do I find that balance? So there's like this pause right now. That's what it feels like. There's a pause right now. It's about like, it's almost like not a project, but like something gets halted. Like the progress of something was going really well, and then people just got ego-y. Ego-y is what I feel. Like hidden emotions that were not expressed well. That can be from you too, but it doesn't feel like it's coming from you. It feels like it's a result of you. And that's like not a bad thing on you. It's no judgments on you. It's just the way that this person is reacting to, I'm hearing the magnificence of your gift. It's almost like you have to find the right elixir for this particular person, people to like swallow. And I think it's kind of have to be like through back doors, metaphorically speaking. Like I think you're going to have to play the lamb for a little bit longer before you can be your lion. So this is a playing normal poker playing card deck. It's with unicorns, and I sometimes use it for tarot. So I thought today would be a good day to play with these energies. So underneath the moon, we have the 8 of Hearts, the 8 of Cups. Underneath the King of Wands in the reverse, we have the 4 of Wands. Underneath the magician, we have the 9 of Spades, the 9 of Swords in the reverse. So my love, again, I'm feeling immaturely expressed emotions that led others or people or person away from you, your perspective or your way of doing something, because you released your magic. Like, that's what it feels like. And now that releasing of that particular light that I was seeing is almost, it's inspiring to many, but I feel like there's one particular energy that is like fucking bothered by your brightness. F them. Anyways, damn. Underneath the Fool, we have the 8 of Wands, 8 of Clubs. Like I said, F them, go about your business. 3 of Swords in the reverse, that's right. Underneath the 4 of Swords, you're like, I'm not hurt by this and I'm not hurting you. So my reflection time is me being even more evolved and being like, I understand that this is affecting you in a negative way. Therefore, what do I do now? And I think that's where this 8 of Cups is. It's like, do I walk away because this energy can't hold mine? You know, or be in the same presence with me without feeling threatened? Or will there be an adjustment? Is there time that's needed? Hence this Temperance, this 4 of Swords. Then you have the 6 of Swords in the the 6 of Swords underneath the Temperance, which is moving out of troubled waters, right? So that can literally be a moving away from, but it can just be a moving away from the energies, and there's a resolution that is achieved. But I feel that's a time will tell thing. I don't think that's a little too premature for me to say that at the moment, is what I'm saying, or what I'm feeling. But what I'm getting here as the answer to, if this is your question, the secret question of yours, it's like, you do you. How they're affected by you is not your problem. Very strongly, they're like stamping that. This is not to be unempathetic or can't sympathize with. No. There's no ego in this one for you, my lovely. It's just a matter of, oh, I actually tried to just be my normal self and just show a little bit more of myself. It's almost like you showed up more for yourself, again, to like step into this sort of like powerful energy that you have, you know, like this good fortunate energy, this magician energy. And it was like received like, who the hell does this person think they are? You know, again, reminding yourself that whatever context you're coming to this reading for, this is just like, this is the energetic feeling around this question. So for me, I feel like you're going about it as you should, as you're being led to. And the purpose that you might be doubting is not something that needs to be doubted. It's just like, maybe what you're learning is better communication styles for energies that are going to be threatened by your power. How do you deal with that? How do you not lose faith in what you're doing because of that? You will find that victory over it. Again, it's just a tempering of. I don't think that this is an all bad thing. It's just a matter of, how do I navigate this energy to the benefit of all involved and not be hurt or overly defensive by the rejection of the misunderstanding or them not being able to be open enough to see. Interesting. What's underneath your deck here? And you have Justice in the reverse. Yeah. I'm telling you, I wasn't looking at it. Yeah, in the Tower underneath it. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, there's something that like really threatened somebody. Like really did. And they feel like, you know, they're the ones who are getting the shit end of the stick when it's actually you. You're the one who's not being served proper justice, no fairness, you know, because of an insecurity, because of I just heard a defect in their programming. That is literally how they worded it. Wow. Strong words. Okay, my loves. Let's get some charms and continue some of these beautiful messages. Okay. That fell out was believe from W. That might be significant for somebody. I just heard believe from you winning. That's what I just heard, but we'll see. I'll put that back in there. What do we got first? We have the number 0. Again, came out. That Fool energy. Knowing where you're starting from. This 2 energy. Again, I do feel like there's 2 people specifically involved, you and another, is what I'm getting from this 2 energy also. And not being able to merge this Quidditch ball. They're bringing me to, which is interesting because I recently just watched this scene, like specifically just that scene for another purpose, another reason. And they're bringing me to the cheating that happened, you know, of like the backhanded kind of sabotaging of the game because jealous that they were mad they were losing. You know, that's what they're emphasizing with this Quidditch ball here. And then we have missing you. I feel like eventually they'll eventually get it. Like, I don't know if you fully left the situation. Like, it's calling. There's a calling for that, but I don't know if that's exactly where you are. Again, there's like a sense of going at it in a different way, and it's solo. Like, there's a perspective that you're on top, or there's about like this hierarchy 1 and 2. Like, there is that thing, and it could be a friendship, a best friend, particularly one that you've been with like forever or worked with forever. A lot of secrets shared, a lot of past with this person. I think that might be why the jealousy's there, why that they feel like there's an injustice in some way. Interesting. Then we have this good luck charm, beautiful. And yeah, you're doing what you need to be doing. They just said there is something that's locked within this. They are bringing me to a friendship with this particular charm. There's something that's locked within this friendship now. Like it's like a they're boarding it to me like there's a point of no return unless both parties are willing to admit the reality of the situation, and one of the parties is not able to do that or willing. Then we have this warrior rune. Again, I do feel like this is a bit of a battle of the wits, a battle of the mind, a battle of status, a battle of worth, and it's not on a conscious level for you. For them it is. For you, it's just like, what the hell is going on? Why is this an issue? Why can't we just merge together? Why can't we blend our energies? Why can't we come to an agreement here? Why is this a problem? This is so interesting. I wasn't expecting it to go this way. And then we have the crown chakra again. It's wisdom, absolutely. Enlightenment, balance. This is what you're looking for. To bring this balance in. You're not trying to riff any freaking feathers here. You're just be like, yo, there's other ways too, and there's other people that are really good at the things that they do too. Let them shine also. Freaking high priestess, is that right? That's a lie. Justice, boom. Justice came out for you again in the upright now. So it's like, I think that is coming for you, but it's not happening at the moment. That is for sure. And I see the word draw, but I just heard Darwin, the evolutionary system. That's what I heard. I also am seeing war, Ra, Mars, darn, even though it's not here. These are just words I'm hearing. I'm also hearing Darian, Warren, Garrett for some reason. I don't know why there's no G here. Ward. however this plays out for you, my lovely, when it comes to the letters. But when it comes to your messages here about the answer to your question here, it's like they're just giving you some context as to like what's happening. And this is the reason why you can't look at yourselves too poorly in this scenario, because this wasn't your fault, in all fairness. Like I said, like there's always something for us to learn, and this could be about the communication style with this particular type of energy. That might be solely the reason why this is going on for you. But you also have to look at how you bring inspiration to people, seeing your gifts within this, regardless of what results happen and what you choose. Okay, my lovelies, my beautiful collective, thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know if this resonated. We have your closing messages with some timing. In less than a month. Okay, yeah, feels fast. March, we're in March, get it. It's less than a month. January. Okay, so I'm feeling like this is past, like something transpired a past January. Or, no, yeah, it's past. And 6 months from now. What are we in? That's what? April, May, June, July, August. 6 months from now, August. So maybe this is future too. Like maybe it's from August to January. Something else happens. This is interesting. I'm strongly feeling this is a past January. Regardless, doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be. But I'm feeling that's a past January, past energy, and then coming in. Starting now, as you're watching this, like this is less than a month, like whatever's transpiring in this belief system or this integrating of this sort of knowing within you is less than a month. 6 months from now, heading into the following January, it's going to be a whole different scenario for you, my love. Like totally different. I just heard draw the path that you seek. Again, they keep bringing up Darwin evolution. It's very interesting. Okay, my lovelies, I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if this resonated. This was really fun for me. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time, keep watering your lives. Ciao.